This might be a good time to turn your hearing aids on. Parents, staff, loved ones, and distinguished guests, it is an honor to be speaking in front of you all. The impact that all of you have had on these graduates here today is truly immeasurable. So I'd like to begin this address by thanking you all. Class of 2022, we did it. We reached a milestone worth celebrating, the pinnacle of our 13 years for many of us as Cardinals. But regardless of where we went to kindergarten or which elementary school we attended, we had similar experiences and were asked the same questions along the way. It all began at a young age, an age when all we had was free time and all we worried about was what to bring for show and tell and not getting caught eating Play-Doh. But it was also at this age that we were first introduced to what would become a recurring question in our lives. A question I'm sure we have all at some point been asked. What do you want to be when you grow up? Now, answering this question back then was easy and fun. We shot for the stars, choosing the coolest professions we could possibly imagine. We wanted to be astronauts, firefighters, movie stars, or if you were me, football player by day, crime-fighting ninja by night. But we hadn't yet learned our gifts, passions, or values to give a definitive answer to what we wanted to be, and more importantly, what we were meant to be. We hadn't yet found our purpose. Soon, we moved on to the days of elementary and middle school. Here, we found sports, music, video games, and any other hobby we could find. We kept ourselves occupied for the fun of it. We found things we were good at, and others we weren't. We learned how to play the recorder, how to sew together a mean pair of pants in teen survival, and to never call Mr. Hansen's rocks rocks, because, obviously, they were minerals. Through trial and error, we learned many of our talents and interests, and at this point, the answer to the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, seemed to reflect these things we spent most of our time on. But we still had no idea. Then, our world got a whole lot bigger. We entered high school, DHS, an unknown domain full of possibility and opportunity. It was here, in these asbestos-filled halls, that we learned more about ourselves than ever before. We found freedom within the structure of schooling and chased our interests into passions. We learned to drive and became pros at wearing down brake pads and wasting gas. Athletes now practice their sports year-round, and future medical professionals now competed at HOSA events. We no longer occupied our time without a purpose. We took classes that fascinated us and joined clubs and extracurriculars that we wanted to join.